What's up, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling Talk with the Tekmaster. All right, guys, so look, first off, I got to say this. I got to hand it to the WWE. It was a very rough week, not only for the WWE, but for the WWE universe, for pro wrestling fans all over the world. We lost two of one of the greatest WWE superstars, wrestlers of all time, Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. I mean, Bray Wyatt just completely shocked me when I heard about that last week. I was shocked. I just couldn't believe it. Couldn't gather my thoughts together. Didn't know what to say. Couldn't concentrate and focus on anything. It was just a very, very bad week for the wrestling fans. But I gotta say, the WWE just stepped it up. You know, they had an amazing tribute for Bray and Terry Funk on SmackDown last week. The show opened with the, tribute to Bray. We saw Eric Rowan in the very front there with Triple H and, a lot of the other wrestlers. I mean, the entire locker room was just completely emptied out and paying their respects to Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. Man, it's just a very rough week, but, we got through it and we will get through it. And that's, the great thing about being part of a wrestling community like ours is that we're all here for each other and, we'll be able to move forward, but it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. All right, wrestling fans. So now we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw. So what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? I will say this. The tribute that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch did for Bray Wyatt was just absolutely tremendous, right? So, Seth Rollins had the Fiend gold plate on his World Heavyweight Championship belt to represent the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. And then, of course, we saw the ending of Raw, which showed Becky Lynch going over on Trish Stratus, and then at the very end holding up her Bray armband, and was very emotional during that the end of her match at Monday Night Raw. I think Raw was a pretty decent show. I mean, it wasn't the greatest in the world, but it was a decent show. And I gotta say this, and I'm gonna keep saying this: LA Knight is the shit. This guy is the man. LA Knight, you gotta push this guy to the moon. I like what they're doing with him and The Miz. I like this feud. I like the back and forth smack talk on the mic. Let me just tell you guys this, The Miz is absolutely incredible. He is amazing on the mic. He's amazing in the ring. I mean, this guy is ultra talented, super talented. And man, all I can say is I'm looking forward to LA Knight and The Miz fighting at WWE Payback coming up. That's just a match that I'm looking forward to, man. Who goes over, LA Knight or The Miz? I mean, right now, I would, have to imagine that LA Knight's going to go over. I mean, if LA Knight doesn't go over, where does he go from here? What do you do with LA Knight if The Miz, pins him or The Miz wins? I mean, I can see The Miz probably cheating, taking out some brass knucks or putting his feet on the rope or something like that to get the win over LA Knight. But where do you go from there with LA Knight? I mean, yeah, you can continue the feud regardless, right? Even if LA Knight goes over, you've got to continue this feud with The Miz to keep things entertaining, to keep things very entertaining for the fans. So again, I mean, I'm looking forward to that match. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. And whoever goes over, man, it's just going to be a great match. And it's something that I'm, really looking forward to. And, again, I mean, if The Miz loses, so what? I mean, The Miz is so good. It doesn't matter if he loses matches. I mean, he's that kind of guy that bounces back that the fans just absolutely love to hate. And he's just so good at what he does. So it doesn't really matter if he, loses at all. This week on SmackDown, we'll have to wait and see, what happens. We know that the Bloodline and Roman Reigns are not scheduled to be at Payback. Roman Reigns has taken, I guess, some time off. He's not scheduled to be part of Payback at all. So this is going to be, I think Payback is more along the lines of focusing on the World Heavyweight Championship with Seth Rollins and the Monday Night Raw, feuds and storylines. So this is going to be a chance for the World Heavyweight Championship to shine. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. I mean, that's going to be a banger, right? We've seen, both wrestlers. They've, wrestled each other before, but this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. Guaranteed that I'm super excited to see. as well. But I gotta say, I'm still excited to see LA Knight and The Miz over Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins. Also, too, we just got through watching AEW All In. I don't know if you fans saw it at all or had a chance to watch it, but they set an all-time record for Wembley Stadium of over 81,000 tickets sold. Fans' butts in the seats in Wembley Stadium in London, England. It was just an incredible pay-per-view. Let me know what you guys thought of that pay-per-view. What was the best match on the card? I think the Jon Moxley match was crazy. I mean, obviously, I think everybody's saying that Adam Cole and MJF stole the show. That was the best match on the card. And what's going on with CM Punk? Now, you guys see me wearing the CM Punk shirt, right? I'm rocking the CM Punk shirt here. There's some history there that is with this shirt that goes way back to the WWE days, but this is an AEW brand shirt. And this was the first wrestling shirt that I purchased in over 15 years when it first came out. I had not bought any wrestling merchandise, any t-shirts or anything in over 15 years, but when CM Punk made his return to pro wrestling and it was in AEW, I bought the damn shirt. And this is now the second time that I've worn the shirt. But now, what's going on with CM Punk? Now, obviously, there was a lot of talk with him and Jack Perry and, all different kinds of things going on backstage. Now, we don't know exactly what happened because there's so many stories. There's a lot of hearsay and everything like that. I don't want to spread rumors or anything like that. But I can tell you guys that this weekend at AEW All Out in Chicago, CM Punk and Jack Perry are not scheduled to appear. So it's going to be interesting, and they're not going to appear on Collision or Rampage either. So it's interesting, man. It's interesting. I mean, a lot of people say, "Hey, CM Punk needs to go." A lot of people say CM Punk needs to stay. Leave him alone. What do you guys think about CM Punk, man? I'm on the fence with this guy. I feel like he's intentionally trying to get fired. Where does he want to go? He wants to go to WWE. I don't think the WWE is interested in CM Punk. I think wherever he goes, he just causes trouble, or trouble follows him everywhere he goes. So I just don't see him leaving AEW for the WWE. And I don't really see him leaving AEW at all unless Tony Khan just decides to let him out of his contract, so we'll have to wait and see. But a lot of interesting things going on in professional wrestling fans. It is such a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. It is such a wonderful time because there's so much wrestling every week. I think there's like between 8 and 10 or 8 and 12 hours worth of wrestling every single week. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You've got to set your DVR, to catch everything. There's NXT, there's Raw, there's SmackDown, there's Dynamite, there's Rampage, there's Collision. I mean, there's just so much stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling, man. It's just unbelievable. But again, it's great to be here. Thank you, fans, for your support. Don't forget Squared Circle Top Wrestling with the Shadowe, myself, the Iceman. That's where it all started. That's where it all originated from. Keep tuning in if you got the guts.